Am I live? Yeah, it's alright. I'm just testing. Oh. Just give me a second while I put my phone on charge, because I have a feeling it's gonna go on me very shortly. Okay. Just give me a second, ladies and gents. Just getting myself sorted. Just getting myself ready for tonight. But yes, guys, welcome to a new championship. This is Eldar Racing, and it is the familiar voice of Hoppers. Yes, that is right. Hoppers is in the commentary box for what is now a multi-car or multi-manufactured car championship. It is obviously going to be very close and probably very exciting, because as of each of the 8 weeks the cars change. So for example, if you are using the Volkswagen Beetle, that is being used at the moment by a couple of the series regulars and a few new people into the lobby, will basically go through exactly what is happening. For this evening. Just gonna find what I was looking for. So just give me 1 second. So yeah, you basically have the likes of the Beetle. So if you use the Beetle tonight, you have to swap it next week, either for the Alfa Romeo 4C, the Alfa 458 Talia, the Honda NSX, the Jaguar F-Type, the Lamborghini Huracan, the McLaren F1 GTR, the Renault Sport RS1, and also, you know, vice versa. Obviously swap it throughout the 8 weeks of the championship, which is going to be very interesting to see exactly what cars do tend to be the most quickest, and what is going to be thereabouts for pretty much this season. Obviously, as I say, it's a brand new championship to Eldar Sim, and I believe Tier 2 or Lobby 2, which Nick Sargent, aka the Hammer Games and the founder of Eldar Sim Racing, is hosting. And I believe the times are going to get combined to get the overall results. So obviously there's no set liveries into each car, because obviously each week they'll be changing the cars. So, you know, if you start off in, let's say, the Beetle, you could end up in the Lamborghini Huracan next week, which is going to be thereabouts. It is going to be probably going to be able to see what's going on for certain bits and pieces. But so we'll see exactly what's going to happen tonight for certain bits and pieces, as some people are new to me as well. So it's going to look like it's going to be quite of an amazing evening. So obviously, you know, the calendar as follows. Then I believe it's just an hour endurance race, just basically using the racing soft and medium and the hard tyres. So basically all three compounds are now in use. So that will be basically at least 2 different compounds must be used. So basically, if you use the softs, then you either use the hard or the mediums. I believe that is exactly what it is. So obviously if you're not completed around 6 laps on, let's say, the softs, then you get a 30-second penalty for not basically completing the required time on the tyres. Obviously I believe it's a 10-minute qualification, which is going to be very close. You know, it might be that, you know, most cars get, you know, from what I've seen, basically there's a Renault, there's a couple of Beetles, there's the Alpha 4C. You know, it is a lot of cars that are going to be interesting. You've obviously got, from what I'm seeing, most of the people like the Beetle, so maybe they're going to try and get rid of that for the time being. It may be, you know, we'll see exactly what exactly is going to go on for the championship. But obviously tonight we are at Suzaka for round number 1, home of the Japanese Grand Prix. It is a very interesting circuit, is Suzaka. I've raced around here myself. I've done plenty of commentary around here. I do like Suzaka, I must admit. Then we've got Tokyo Expressway, so back-to-back Japan with Tokyo Expressway South Loop, I believe that is what it is. Then we go to Willow Springs, so we go to America for what will be a very tight and twisty sort of momentum around Willow Springs. Then we go to Barcelona, so we go and visit the Spanish Grand Prix. That's going to be pretty much amazing for round number 4. Then we go back to Japan, so we fly back over here to go to Autopolis. Then we go to Germany and go to the Nürburgring on the GP. Shame it's not the Nordschleife, but you know, Nordschleife is a long track, so you can imagine that lap times around there wouldn't be even in the 1 minute, maybe 2 minute mark. It'd be around the 7 minutes, so it would be a bit unfortunate to be run at the Nordschleife. But then round number 7 is at St. Croix on the A circuit. St. Croix is another cracking circuit I like to literally commentate on. And then you got Fuji, so we're back again for, so we're starting Japan and then ending Japan at Fuji for the the season finale. So yeah, it's going to be very exciting to see exactly what people are going to be able to run and what cars are going to be thereabouts. But you know, nevertheless, we will be in for a very interesting night of racing, I'm sure. As I say, you know, it is a new championship, it is thereabouts. We are going to be quite interesting to see. Just a rule on penalties just been brought in. Obviously time penalties, you get basically safe areas off the racing line, don't burn them off in corners and it will break in zones. It'll be met with a penalty after race if you do that. So you know, it is a lot of people, well, when I say a lot of people, but a lot of things on going for this evening. So, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing what the new championship brings, what it's going to bring thereabouts for this evening. So obviously Chris Wheatley's in the Alfa Romeo 4C. The Alfa Romeo 4C is quite a nice car to race. I've raced it briefly once back in the Tyre Teams Championship as a one-off, so you know, quite relatively familiar with the 4C, which is kind of interesting. Evening Darren, how's it going, mate? Hope all is well, my friend. But it is going to be quite close proximity, because obviously, you know, it's an hour race, it's going to be an hour long, so you know, who knows what it's going to bring. But hopefully it will be a fantastic night of racing. Obviously you've got variation cars that are thereabouts. Then you've got the Beetle. So I believe Leah is new to us. She is going to be competing in the Beetle for this evening, but looking exactly how well the Beetle goes. I've never really raced a Beetle, so I don't really know exactly how it feels. I know the likes of obviously Davron, aka Idol 4 Gaming, has used the Beetle in the past for, I believe it was actually the maybe second season of the endurance race season. I think it was. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. Roughly, I'll try and cast my mind back. But he used the Beetle and put on a good fight against a lot of people for the likes of yeah, he had a battle with Rasmus Omeran at Saint-Croix, was what I was trying to say, in the John Guest Beetle when that was run. And you know, he seemed to be adaptable with that. From what I've seen though, he's actually in the Beetle, the familiar John Guest colours. Excuse me. That familiarises himself with it, which could be very interesting to see exactly what is going to happen. So we'll see how quick certain people go within their own rights. Obviously the Beetle seems to be favouritism at the moment, which isn't really an issue. The Beetle does look a very stunning car. Like I say, I've never raced it, but people that have raced it obviously love racing it. So then you've got I believe that is Tom Gunter in the he's now in the 4C. So I think they're just testing what car's going to be able to. He was running the Renault Sport RS1, but I think it's going to be kind of a weird mix-up between a Beetle and the Beetles and probably the Alpha 4Cs at the moment, by the looks of it. But nevertheless, it is going to be a very quick and established races this evening. So you've got Panos Forganis, obviously no stranger to Eldar Sim, doing very well during his racing. He's obviously been a champion, he's obviously been thereabouts, but obviously he's back for Monday nights in the new league, so it's good to have him back. It's going to be very interesting, as I say, within certain cars on the grid. You know, obviously week in, week out, you change to different cars, so if you don't like, let's say for example, you don't like the Huracan, you're going to have to run it, because you can't just say, well, I want to run the Beetle all season, which you can't. The championship states you have to run different cars throughout the season, which is going to be very interesting to see exactly what is going to happen. But you know, as I say, the 4C, it is a car I've raced. I didn't really enjoy my time in the 4C. I found it a bit of a handful, but nevertheless there is a couple of cars out there that will be around, but we'll see exactly what is going to happen. I believe that is Tom Bennett. He's also new to Eldar Sim Racing, but it's nice to have people that are new to the league taking part in the races as well. So, you know, just bear with me if I get your names wrong. I do apologise. I am not familiar with new people, but we should be okay. But looking exactly what's happening, Craig's got the Pennywise Beetle. it seems a few people are probably going to jump into different cars, I think. But we do have Casper Calderon, obviously aka Callie. Callie's quite quick from what I've seen, the Dane. Obviously reigning champion of Endurance League on a Monday, taking the BMW M6 to a delightful challenge throughout that season, so it's good to see him back on the grid. I believe Darren's now gone in the Lamborghini just to test to see exactly what's gonna be thereabouts for him. Obviously there's no official paint schemes on the cars, so the guys and girls obviously can run exactly a livery. They don't have to have a set livery. There's no really major sponsorship for the liveries, because will be, as I say, they will be changing the cars throughout the 8 weeks of the championship. So you may see some very funky looking paint schemes on certain cars. So Darren's currently in the Lamborghini, which I must say, it sounds really nice, I must admit. But it is going to be thereabouts. I believe Casper's jumped into the Alpha 4C. It's a very interesting car. Then you've got Tom Bennett in the Renault Sport RS1, so that's a very interesting car itself. Never really raced this one myself either, so it's kind of interesting to see exactly what cars are going to be beneficial, what cars are going to work to the advantage, but seeing what's going on at the moment is going to be very close to pushing to the limit, I think, with the likes of the Beetle, the 4C, the Renault, and of course the Lamborghini. I believe the Ferrari and the NSXs are going to be also making appearances, so it'll be very close to see how well things go for the opening round, especially round here at Suzuka. It's not, how can I put it, Suzuka's not the easiest circuit to overtake, as it's been proven, but from what I can tell from excuse me, as Darren goes a bit wide into the Degners, in which he's picked up a penalty there. Obviously thought he'd get away with that, obviously not. Loves his racing, does Darren. He's obviously a lot of interest within his racing, especially when he tends to, he's won races in the past, he's done very well to get where he is. He's obviously trying to push that Lamborghini to its paces, which seems to be a very good idea at the moment. But I believe qualifying is going to start at 8 o'clock, so we've got a bit of time. So we'll be looking forward to seeing exactly what's going to happen. So I believe Darren bins at Casio Triangle. I think he's just now deciding what he's going to run. Adam Morgan, yeah, that's not British Touring Car Star, just to put this out here, but Adam Morgan, twice a champion. I think he's been twice a champion of a few things in Eldar Sim history. Obviously, the Welsh namesake, seems to enjoy his racing quite a lot. Obviously, from what I've seen with his racing. Now Darren's decided to go in the McLaren. This is another car that is going to be out there with a very interesting sitting position in that in the McLaren F1. It's kind of in the centre, so it'll be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. So obviously Daniel Pease, obviously it is going to be very close to see what is going to happen thereabouts. But obviously he's not German, he's actually Portuguese, and I literally called him a German, and I kind of really wish I never, because it was kind of thereabouts. But obviously he's got the German flag, and I think that's exactly his now established country where he lives. So he's not German, he's actually Portuguese, so I do apologise, mate, I really do. But hopefully we are going to be looking forward to seeing exactly what's going to happen. I think at the moment we have 11 in our division. I think Lobby 2's getting quite a few more people into their respective lobby, but we'll see what everyone can do. It looks like there's a few cars that are going to be probably pushing on. I think ideally what would be beneficial is like certain bits and pieces, or certain cars would be different. You could just hear that McLaren F1 going through the snake. It is called the snake because it is like a snake, just behind the pit lane. But looking likely the McLaren is kind of thereabouts at the moment. Let's try and push on. So we'll see what Darren's going to do. He probably, I don't know what car he's actually going to aim for obviously this evening. But it's going to be very close because there's quite a lot of variation sort of ideas. I think Darren's now testing the beautiful Honda NSX, just to, I think he's just getting a feel so he knows what car may be the better car to go for this evening. Don't think it really matters what car he's going to go, what car it is, as long as he uses that and then next week he goes into something else. But you can just see, I think he's just getting a couple of laps in all the cars and then decide, right, am I going to go for the Renault, am I going to go for the Honda, am I going to go for the Alpha, am I going to go for the Beetle? You know, it's a lot of things to think about, and it's going to be quite amazing. I know I'm waffling quite a bit at the moment as Callie spins out of the hairpin, which he got it crossed up onto that curb, which can happen, but it's going to be around thereabouts. But you know, to see exactly how quick certain cars are going to go, but I think the likes of Tom Gunter is going to probably be in the, I think that's a nice Excite Energy liveried Renault there. I think that is basically replicated for an Ollie Bennett basically World Rallycross mini livery. I believe that is what it's based with. Excuse me. But as I say, it's going to be very interesting. Now he's gone into the Alpha, so you know, it's just testing certain cars to see what will happen. You know, it's the driver's preference, but they've got to use this car tonight. The car they use tonight can't be used next week. That's all it is. But you know, it's going to be thereabouts. It's going to be a very interesting championship, I must say. And you know, I can't believe, you know, how well it's going to look. But looking at times and Leah, who's the first female competitor in Eldar Sim, has done a 158.176 at the moment, so that's quite quick. The Beetle seems to be then. The Beetles are quite the easiest choice at the moment, by the looks of it. But we'll see what's going to go on for tonight. Don't do that. I do apologise, I'm having a bit of a conversation. But you know, it is a lot of things to look out for. You know, I think if I remember rightly, when it's going back to when I was racing the Alpha 4C, I don't know why I didn't like it. I think it was because it was a car I wasn't used to, and it seemed to be a bit of a very weird sort of style for me to get used to. As I say, I've never raced a Beetle, so I wouldn't have a clue how that handles, but it's thereabouts. But obviously, you know, certain bits and pieces may be thereabouts for each driver, but I think we're going to see quite a few different cars out on the grid. I think the likes of, obviously, the two Toms are going to probably be in the Renaults, so it'll be very interesting to see how well they do. Gareth Morris in the, that's exactly the livery I raced it in the old Tyre Manufacturer Cup. And I did a one-off race for the championship, and it was a very handful looking car for me to literally get involved in, but nevertheless it will be a very close proximity thereabouts. But you know, you've got the likes of obviously Adam Morgan, the likes of obviously Darren, Chris Wheatley, who's won multiple championships, or should I say won the Toyota Yaris Championship. I think he actually won the JTC when it was the first endurance championship on a Monday. I think he was thereabouts in the VGT version of this Supra, which was in obviously the Welsh flag style, and he's now got the Alpha 4C for this evening. I think, you know, he's quite a quick racer. He knows what he's doing, and we'll see how well he gets on for obviously this evening. But it is going to be very close to see how quick everyone is going to go. But you know, there's certain things we're going to look out for this evening. So hopefully we get a very close battle. I hope we get some really good battles as well, with quite a few of the guys and girls out there on the grid. You know, it's going to be pretty much tooth and nail around this Suzaka circuit, because certain places like Spoon Curve and obviously 130R is going to be a bit of a challenge to try and overtake for basically around here. It's not the easiest, and you know, it is going to be thereabouts, but nevertheless we'll see exactly what's going to happen. So we'll see how quick certain bits and pieces of certain machinery So I think at the moment the majority of the field are in 4-season Beetles, which may be a bit of an interesting one. There's 2 Renaults out there. There is, as I say, a few Renaults, a few Beetles and a few 4Cs, but got a bit of time before qualifying. So we could be in for a very much proximity. So we could easily push on for quite a bit, but you know, maybe the Beetles are going to be the ones that people are going to look at. So we'll see how quick certain drivers. Obviously, you know, Gareth Forrest seems to know how to win races. He's won races in the past in Eldar Sim. You know, he's obviously very established. He's actually in the 2 minute 0.5 at the moment. So you know, he's only about 0.814 of a second down on the fastest time at the moment, but we'll see exactly how things can escalate into potentially quite quick stuff around here. So I think there is a lot of things to look out for. I think Darren's now gone back in the Renault, so you know, he's probably gonna, I think he is going to use the Renault, so the Jamaican inspired liveried Renault, just to put that out there, will be maybe his first car choice for the evening. So we'll see exactly what people are going to run when it comes to racing. Oh, he gets a bit crossed up out of that hairpin. Hopefully he doesn't do that in the race, but it's probably going to get a bit of getting used to, is that Renault. So we'll see exactly how quick it's going to go for this evening. But nevertheless, it will be one of them. I think he's heading into pit lane just to gear up for the opening race. I'm not too sure if he's going to jump out and go into another car, but we will see. Yeah, he's gone into Jaguar. I think he's just obviously testing what's going to be better for him, which can you blame him? But it's probably going to be good to see a bit of a mixture. I like that livery though, I must say. Is that one he's had off the has he had that made? Looks like he's had that made. It's quite nice, I must admit. But the Formula E styled livery in the Jaguar. There's quite a few interesting sort of styles around here, especially going into turn number 1 at Suzaka. It is kind of a bit of a interesting sort of moment for going into turn 1, and then obviously into behind the back of the pits. and then obviously through the Degners, and obviously into Dunlop, then into the Degners, and then obviously up towards the hairpin at the top, then obviously into Spoon Curve where Gareth Morris is just going through right now, and then obviously down to behind the support, well, next to the support race paddock if it was a support race, just to your right hand side, then into 130R, and then obviously into Casio Triangle to complete the lap. So excuse me, so yeah, it's going to be a lot of providing overtaking probably into Casio Triangle, and obviously, you know, it's going to be thereabouts, but he's about, as Gareth goes, at 201 again. So he's in the 201s at the moment, is the Alpha. It seems to be pretty much a lot of interest to see how quick these cars are going to go. But I think the Renaults are going to be out there. I think just having a think what Darren may go in. You know, he said he was going to go in the Renault, but I think he's going to trick us all and go in something completely different to what he said. But who knows? But it's going to be very quick to see how well people do in obviously a few people's first time racing. I think Adam Morgan's had a bit of a, has he had an issue, or is he just going to change car? I'm not too sure, but hopefully he is back before we start qualifying. We're around about 6 minutes away from before qualifying does start, so the first qualification of the season. It is going to be a 10-minute qualifying, but looks like Darren wants to go in his famous Beetle for this evening. It looks like, you know, fair play to certain drivers. Obviously, you know, it doesn't have to be, obviously it's whatever you feel comfortable with is what I tend to gather with this championship. So obviously if the car, like say for example you want to get the Beetle over and done with, because then you're not having to worry about where to use it later on in the season, then that's how you play it. And then obviously next week you'd probably go into, let's say, the Alfa or the Lamborghini or the Ferrari. You know, there's quite a few cars out there that are going to be probably very much yet to be seen. You know, obviously, you know, seeing what's thereabouts, and obviously Daniel Pease in the Sonic the Hedgehog inspired livery in the Beetle at the moment seems to be pushing it quite well at the moment. Then he's obviously got Chris Wheatley's Alpha 4C, then obviously the two Renaults followed by the Beetles at the moment. Then it seems to be, so we'll see exactly how well things are going to go. So it is obviously 2 compounds for a minimum 6 laps, and then obviously 4 minutes still qualifying. So it is going to be a very close sort of session as well, if anything goes by these times at the moment. But obviously we'll yet to see how well everyone gets on, but we'll see how quick certain cars go. But you know, it's going to be thereabouts. But it will be very interesting, especially when the race is going to be an hour long. So you know, it's going to be something to look at for quite a lot of things. But you know, there's quite a lot of interest with certain drivers. Obviously, if you're on the racing softs, then you have to go on to racing mediums, and I believe if you're on the mediums, you go on to the softs. I think, or the hards, I'm not too sure. Hards are selected as well, but I think it depends on the nature of the circuit and what's going to wear quicker and what isn't. But see how well everyone gets on tonight, because there is a lot at stake for the championship. It is round 1 though, and it's going to be very close to see how well things go. But, I think Adam Morgan will be staying in the 4C for the race, so it's going to be thereabouts, but we'll see how well things go. Need to wake up a bit, but we will be getting going very soon. So let's see exactly how well qualifying is going to go. So it could be very quick. We'll see how well things go for qualifying then. So 10 minutes of qualifying it will be. And it will be a very crazy qualifying session. But I think there's quite a lot of cars already heading out onto track then. So we'll see how many are going to be thereabouts. I think Leah was the first to jump out of pit lane, followed by Craig and of course Chris Wheatley. So it'll be very interesting to see what they're going to do for first qualification session of the new championship, and it is going to be thereabouts. We'll see how close people are going to go, but you know, it will be very quick indeed. I think everyone is actually out of pit lane. Yes, they are. So you know, it's going to be close as you like for certain bits and pieces, but it's like the majority of the field have actually now jumped into the likes of the Beetle and the 4C for this evening. There's 2 Renaults out there, but going into the hairpin at the moment, Leah's trying to push on. It is going to be very careful. Yes, it is an outlap, but there is a lot of potential for a lot of drivers to get the overlaps and also get the toe to try and get their fastest laps. But you know, it'll seem to be very quick and probably close for this evening, but we'll see how quick everyone pushes on for the 10 minutes of qualifying. I think everyone's just taking it steady for the time being. The likes of Chris Wheatley and Craig Thomas, they will actually have a battle in qualifying. It is just how nature qualifying goes, as Leah gets a bit of a push out of the way by Chris Wheatley going to Casio Triangle, which doesn't really need, but you know, it seems to be a lot of interest thereabouts. But we'll see how well the drivers do. Chris Wheatley at the moment then going through turn number 1. Is he gonna try and emulate a few things that he's done in the past, and it will be very close to see how well he does. He's got his compatriot Craig Thomas behind him, so we'll see how well he's gonna do for the time being. And obviously Panos trying to latch up to the back of these two just to try and get a clean lap. Gareth Morris, however, in 4th at the moment, the Alpha 4C. So it's obviously going to be very close to see how well he can go. Then you've got Tom Bennett in the first of the Renaults, the red and white machine. He's going to be pushing on for what could be a very interesting lap time. And then you've obviously got Leah, followed by Tom Gunter there, trying to push that Excite energied Renault sport car out of the hairpin, followed by Daniel Pease, followed by Casper Calderon, then obviously Darren and of course Adam Morgan at the moment. But as the first of probably maybe 2, maybe 3 flying laps around here this evening at Suzuka will be completed in a minute. We'll see what the benchmark is, with Chris Wheatley firing his way out of 130. He got a bit crossed up going into there as well as on exit. So 6 minutes left of qualifying. We'll see what he can do. He's about, there's a blue flag situation, but I think that's just because Craig was behind him. So we'll see what he can do. He goes a 2 minute 0.6. However, Gareth Morris goes top of the tree, 1:59.1. So that's going to be very quick to see how well it does. Tom Bennett, 2 minute 0.5 at the moment, so he's thereabouts. But Panos Forganis, however, is in second place with a 1:59.7. Craig Thomas 2.0.24. Casper Calderon though, however, 1:59.4. So it seems there's quite a few cars thereabouts battling. It seems to be at Alpha Beetle versus Renault. There's Tom Gunter 2 minutes 0.2 at the moment, trying to drift. He's not like trying to drift that Renault, but he's trying to get there on that chasing pack at the moment, trying to get a better lap time. And obviously Tom Bennett in 6th place at the moment. Chris Wheatley then in 7th place at the moment. He set the benchmark, but then he got beat by Panos for a bit, but then Gareth Morris got top of the tree. I think Leah's decided, you know, get a fresh pair of shoes onto that Beetle at the moment. She's obviously going to try and push on for another lap. She's got 4.5 minutes to go, so she may get another one in. She's got Daniel Pease, who actually did a 2 minute 22.7. Something obviously went wrong with the Sonic Hedgehog inspired Beetle, and Darren's Beetle was 204.2 at the moment, so he's actually down in 10th place at the moment. And maybe there's a lot of things. Adam Morgan 217.5 at the moment, so it seems to be thereabouts. But with 4 minutes left in qualifying, what is going to happen? Who is going to get the first pole position of the season? I'll tell you what, it could be very close. Gareth Morris, however, they go into pit lane. Chris Wheatley goes to 2 minute 0.6 at the moment. Casper Calderon, is he going to be on a flyer, because the other ones in front of him are going to be thereabouts? Gareth Morris is in pit lane, and so is Craig Thomas, so that could easily go to Kelly's advantage, but he's gone into pit lane, so it's going to be thereabouts to see how quick and personal it could be. A couple of cars are actually on their out laps, so you know it could be thereabouts. But like so, Chris Wheatley, he's 0.0. But Adam Morgan 2 minute 0.08. But Darren goes third with that 1:59.697. So it is going to be very close between the 4Cs at the moment and the Beatles, but this is exactly how things go in this championship. You know, it is a multi-car championship, but obviously, you know, it seems the majority of the field of 4Cs and Beatles at the moment for the opening round of the season. It is going to be thereabouts with around 2.5 minutes left in qualifying. It is going to be close. Who is going to get pole position? At the moment, I think Gareth Morris, yeah, he's on his out lap, so he's not going to be pushing as much, but I think Darren's going to be the one to watch, because he's actually thereabouts, but he's got to be careful because he's got traffic ahead of him at the moment. and that's exactly what he doesn't need to try and string a good lap together. Going through the hairpin now, hopefully Daniel Pease will get out of his way to let him by to try and get this lap with 2 minutes left in qualifying. It will be a very close proximity, it looks like at the moment though, because the ones that have gone into pit lane maybe try to string a good lap, but at the moment, you know, try to get held up much in traffic is what you don't really want to have. But is there a lot of things going to be pushing for quite some time? But we'll see what is going to happen. There's a few people gone back into pit lane, but obviously I think they're just trying to get used to different compound as well. So obviously Darren goes through Casio Triangle then. Is he going to be taking pole position? But however, it seems Leo's gone back up top of the tree with a 158.768 at the moment, so you know she's pushing on. Looks like she's going to be pushing for that pole position past Forganis. 159.1 at the moment, so he's second, so it's a Beetle 1-2 at the moment with 45 seconds left. Gareth Morris, however, he's gone into pit lane, so is he thinking that will do me nicely? Adam Morgan with the hazards on, has he decided to go in pit lane? Yes, he has. But the ones that are in pit lane at the moment, is that going to go against them, or is that going to work? We've got the mediums on there, so it's obviously trying to change the tyres and trying to literally push on, but it is going to be a nail-biting sort of moment or two. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen between now and then. I'll tell you this, 7 seconds remain, but is it going to be enough for Leah to take the pole position? It could be thereabouts, but you know, it is going to be very close. However, past Forganis, you know this guy is unstoppable. When he's raced in the past, he will be there. He will try and push. Exactly how quick he's going to go, but it is thereabouts. But qualifying now has finished roughly, so the ones that are trying to push on, even though they're on the outlaps, it's going to be very difficult to try and string a good lap, because they're not going to get time to get another lap. But let's see what Casper Calderon can do going into Casio Triangle. Has he got enough to get that pole position for the Beetle? Or is it just going to be one of them? He's about to cross the line now. Is he going to go? Oh, he goes second, so he goes to 58.9. So that's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But from what I've seen though, it looks like, you know, certain cars, Adam Morgan's on the flyer, Gareth Morris is on the flyer, Darren is obviously finished qualifying, so Craig's down in 8th with Darren 7th at the moment, but Tom Gunter still there on his final lap. He's down in 9th at the moment. Tom Bennett 10th and Chris Wheatley 11th at the moment. He's not had a good run, but is that how things are going to go? But you know, the ones that probably, the people that are on there, they're probably not on their outlaps, but it seems that, you know, yeah, they're on their outlaps, so they're not really going to get time to push on, because it will be very close to see exactly what's happening. But you know, is this exactly how the championship's going to shape up for the season? You know, obviously they're going to have to, once they've used the Beetle tonight, they're not going to be able to use it but it's thereabouts. I'll tell you this, it is going to get quick as time goes on. But I think, looking at the times then, it looks like Leah's going to get her first pole position of the season, and it's going to be very close to see how well she can actually do for literally getting into the championship fight within couple of the cars thereabouts, but I'll tell you this, it is going to be very exciting coming into a very interesting first race. It is going to be thereabouts, but it is going to be close, because now we will have a very close proximity race. But you know, fair play to a lot of people. But it is going to be thereabouts, and we'll see what happens for race number 1, or round number 1 of the championship, so to say, with Leo on pole, followed by Casper Calderon, Panos Forganis, followed by Gareth Morris, Adam Morgan and Daniel Pease are your top 6. Darren Baldwin starts 7th, Craig Thomas in 8th place. But we are going to get ready for a very close 1 hour race. It is going to be thereabouts, but we'll see who gets a good start, who will be putting the pedal to the floor and try and get a good start into turn number 1. Then it looks like at the moment Leah's got a good jump from Casper Calderon, but it looks like Adam Morgan's trying to sandwich the likes of Gareth Morris and of course Panos Forganis. It looks like Panos has gone wide out of turn number 1, so Adam Morgan gets the jump into 3rd, with Gareth Morris into 4th, then with Daniel Pease in 5th, followed by Darren in 6th, followed by Craig, followed by Chris Wheatley, and of course Tom Bennett, that is in the Renault, followed by Panos. Has dropped down to 7th place at the moment. Has he had an issue? Because he's just gifted the place back to Tom Gunther. But going back to the race lead, then you've got Callie trying to get past Leah for the race lead, going into the Degners. Looks like the Beatles are coming on strong at the moment, but you know, it's still going to be thereabouts. But anything can happen in this hour-long race. I'll tell you what, it is going to be thereabouts. But looking exactly what's going to happen, it looks like Leah's trying to defend away from Callie at the moment. Casper knows how to race. You know, he's obviously going to be putting a lot of interest trying to get that Beetle up alongside the other Beetle. It seems to be the Beatles are actually class of the field at the moment. Adam Morgan still there in 3rd place then. At the moment he runs wide out of Spoon, but that's going to cost him a bit. He's got Gareth Morris chasing him down, so both the Welsh lads up there in 3rd and 4th at the moment. Daniel Pease is Sonic the Hedgehog Beetle, followed by John Guest Beetle of Darren Baldwin, with Chris Wheatley's Alpha 4C and Tom Bennett's Renault Sports, with Craig Thomas back in 9th place at the moment. Panos in 10th then, with Tom Gunther in 11th place at the moment. But to kick-start lap number 2 then, Leah gets that Beetle. She leads the race then, seems to be adapting very well to see how well she's going to get on in her first race. But Casper Calderon, he's all over the back of that other Beetle there. He's going to have to be very careful not to make many mistakes. But I'll tell you this will be very much interesting to see how well these people, everyone gets on tonight for the opening round of the championship. But there's a bit of a gap to Adam Morgan now, so the Beatles seem to be thereabouts. Daniel's still there in 4th at the moment. Darren's in 5th, then Chris Wheatley has dropped down to 6th place at the moment. Has he got an issue? Because he's got Tom Bennett right beside him, and it's going to be very close going into Dunlop. But this could be very careful to see what happens going into the Degners for the 2nd time. Then it is going to be close as you like. But has there been a change up front? No, there hasn't. But Adam Morgan is trying to defend from Daniel Pease. Daniel Pease on the inside. That could be a very close manoeuvre going out of the hairpin towards Spoon Curve. This could be thereabouts, but Daniel's going to try and get that inside line. Has he got it? Adam Morgan tries to... Oh, this is going to get tense between the pair of them. Are they going to outdo this? Adam Morgan's trying to get past it, so it's Beetle 1, 2, 3 at the moment. But Adam Morgan's trying to get that Alpha back where he wants to be, onto the podium. But, you know, is the battle for the race lead going to come down towards 130? Yeah, is Leah going to hold on for dear life, or is Casper Calderon going to try and get past? Is he going to try and do it this time round? I don't think he's getting closer and closer, but it seems to be thereabouts. Daniel's still in 3rd, then Adam Morgan 4th. Darren's still in 5th at the moment, putting that John Guest Beetle thereabouts into the top 5. Chris Wheatley 6th, Tom Bennett in 7th, Gareth Morris in 8th place, Craig Thomas in 9th, then followed by Panos in 10th, followed by Tom Gunter in 11th at the moment. But the battle for the race lead is still happening, but you can just see Leah and Casper Calderon, the two Beetles, the two sort of black style Beetles, trying to push on for first and second at the moment. It seems that Leah's trying to hold off Casper Calderon, a very experienced racer, Casper, but you know, it's going to be thereabouts. Is it going to go one way or another? It could be very exciting. We're already on lap 3 though. It could be a very close battle we could have on our hands tonight here at Suzuka for round number 1 of the Eldar Sim Multi-Car Championship. It is going to be very close, but it looks like Leah's trying to hold off Callie for second place at the moment. Daniel Pease, however, still third with Adam Morgan trying to chase him, but there's a looking likely the likes of Chris Wheatley, Tom Bennett, and of course Gareth Morris. Gareth Morris trying to get past Tom for what will be 7th place. It looks like the 4C trying to catch up to that Renault Sport. He's got it thereabouts. Is he going to get it dialed up? Going into Spoon Curve, is he going to try and push on? Is he going to try and get the overlap, trying to get onto the inside, onto the outside, but it's not thereabouts. It's going to be pushing quite a bit. Chris Wheatley also in that group there. He's just in 6th place. The Welsh coloured Alfa Romeo 4C at the moment seems to be thereabouts, but you know, Gareth Morris is trying to put Tom Bennett under threat at the moment. But Tom's going to try and make a move on Chris Wheatley. It's Casio Triangle. Is he going to do it this time round? No, he isn't. But he will have that line. He will have that momentum. He's already trying to catch up to the back of Chris Wheatley. But, you know, at the moment it seems that Lee's still enjoying that race lead from Casper Calderon at the moment, with the fact that Gareth Morris is trying to put Tom Bennett under threat. Oh, Tom's going to try and make a move on Chris Wheatley. Oh, it could have been nasty. But, you know, Gareth Morris is putting Tom Bennett under a lot of threat. You can just see exactly how squirmish that Renault Sport is at the moment. It is one of the cars that is very underrated. It's going to be thereabouts, but we'll see exactly how quick it's going to go for these guys at the moment. It will be up and close and personal. We'll see what's going on with that race lead at the moment, because I think Callie's going to try and get past Leah. He's almost getting closer and closer. He's like 0.8 of a second. But I think Leah's going to try and push on. She knows exactly what she wants to do. She wants to try and get that first win of the season. But it is going to be thereabouts, you know. Daniel's still there in 3rd at the moment with Adam Morgan 4th. Darren's still in 5th, then trying to chase after Adam Morgan. He's around there with 52.5 minutes to go in this race. It's gonna seem like it's gonna be a very quick race here tonight at Suzuka. You can just see Tom Bennett trying to get away from Gareth Morris. Craig Thomas, though, however, trying to catch up to his best mate in the 4C. You know, obviously it's going to work out, but Gareth Morris on the outside line, going into 130. Oh my goodness! We said there wasn't going to be any moves at 130R, and there it nearly was, but he's going to try and get Tom into Casio Triangle. Tom defends like mad, but that could have been nasty as Gareth Morris gets a bit of a tap from his best mate Craig Thomas out of Casio Triangle. As we're about to start lap number 5, then we are not far away from the pit stop window. It's going to be very close to see exactly what happens, but Casper Calderon 1.1 of a second from Leah at the moment. It seems the Beatles are on strong tonight. It seems thereabouts, but what is going to happen for quite some time? Darren's trying to push on to Adam Morgan's Alfa 4C, but is this exactly what happens? Chris Wheatley still in 6th place then. Craig Thomas now has got past Tom Bennett. We missed that just briefly, but Tom's not giving up. He's trying to get past Craig. Craig's going to try and get that Beetle away from the Renault. The Renault seems to be coming on strong a bit, but he's got a bit loose out of the first Degner into the second. He's got Gareth Morris, he's got Panos for Ganis trying to literally latch up. Gareth's going to try and get that move on Tom, but Tom's, oh, there's a bit of contact between the pair of them. Going into the hairpin, that is going to be probably looked at just slightly, but that's allowed Gareth Morris back into 8th place, but Tom's not giving up. He's there, still thereabouts. Got to be careful in these early stages, but Tom's going to try and get a move into Spoon rather. But Gareth Morris has lost 2 places because Panos Forganis, if you've just seen that, squeezed his way and got into that gap like a rat up a drain pipe. You know, he's got there. Tom's going to try and defend from Panos Forganis side by side. Is he going to try and make the move into 130R? Is he going to do the famous 130R shuffle? Yes, he is. But Gareth Morris and, of course, Tom Bennett, they're still battling. It's going to be 3 cars into Casio Triangle. Gareth Morris is thereabouts, but Tom Bennett ends up down in 7th place at the moment. But he struggled there. He's had a bit of a snake going out of Casio Triangle. Tom Gunter, however, trying to push on in 11th place at the moment, but looking what we've got here, 3.0 of a second, well, 3.1 between Leah and, of course, Casper Calderon. You can just see how quick the tyres are going off. On the Beetles now, the Beetles are struggling now with the tyre wear. Adam Morgan, however, 4th place on their mediums. In the Alpha 4C, he's going to try and push on with Darren Baldwin's Beetle chasing him down. Chris Wheatley, oh, he's got a 5% penalty. That is not going to be very clever. He's got to be careful. He's on the mediums in that 4C, so, you know, pit stop window is now open with the likes of Craig Thomas trying to chase him down. So the compatriots, the Welsh lads, are trying to thereabouts, but Panos Forganis, this guy, is he trying to push on from what happened in qualifying? Gareth Morris in 9th then, Tom Bennett in 10th place with Tom Gunter at the tail of the field then, so it's going to be very close to see what happens. But 48 and a half minutes left of this race, the opening race of the championship. It's already providing some interesting battles, and we'll see who the first going to blink. But I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if we get the top 4, maybe the top 5 into pit lane this time round. But it is going to be thereabouts. But, you know, you can just see exactly what's going to happen between. I wouldn't be surprised if we get everyone into pit lane, but, you know, it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But it is going to be thereabouts. But this could be very close. You know, Craig's up into 6th then, Chris Wheatley after that penalty. He's got Panos Forganis chasing him down, so the Greek chasing down the Welshman. They've actually had battles in the past where it's been there or thereabouts within each and every single driver's right, but you know, looking at the Beetle at the moment, seems to be very quick. Is it going to be thereabouts? Are we going to be in for a fantastic night of racing? But you can just see how quick Panos is trying to catch up to Chris Wheatley. You know, Chris is a very established racer himself. He's won races in the past. He's even won championships. So is Panos. So, you know, they run each and every single right. Gareth Morris, however, reigning GT Supercars champion. You know, he's got that Alpha 4C. He's actually putting that Beetle of Panos in an Alpha 4C sandwich at the moment because of having the likes of Panos's Beetle in 8th then. But what's happening up the road then is Casper trying to catch up to Leah. No, he isn't. He's around 3.0 seconds from Leah. Leah is going down towards 130R. This could be very interesting to see how well everyone's going to go. But at the moment, you can just see Panos and, of course, Gareth Morris both excuse me, both trying to put each other under pressure, but they will be putting the likes of Chris Wheatley under pressure as well. But is Gareth Morris going to try and do that 130R shuffle that we saw a while ago. Oh my goodness. Gareth Morris, oh, he's going to try and get both of them. Oh my goodness, I thought there was going to be a bit of contact going into Casio Triangle. But this is where it's going to happen. You know, we're around 45 minutes and 38 seconds, so Tom Bennett will be the first to pit then. Gareth Morris and Panos Forgalis, they're still battling. Chris Wheatley's still there. So it's going to be very close to see how well they get on. But I'll tell you what, this is actually very interesting, this race, I must say. But looking exactly what's happening at the moment, I think, you know, they're thereabouts, but it's going to be very close to see what's going to happen. But the likes of Gareth Morris and of course Chris Wheatley, thereabouts, they're trying to literally push on with Panos, trying to gain up a lot of gaps there, but you know, Craig Thomas is around 2.9 of a second from Chris Wheatley at the moment. He's around 4.6 from Darren at the moment. Darren's trying to push on for a decent result. In the Beetle, it's going to be thereabouts, but it's so going to be close when it comes to the pit stops, I'll tell you this now. But at the moment it looks like then Adam Morgan trying to try and put Daniel Pease under a lot of pressure. He's only around 1.5 seconds, but he's going to have to be very careful to see what happens. I'll tell you this, the Alpha versus the Beetle at the moment, it's a very interesting battle with 44 minutes left. You know, we could be in for a very fantastic night of racing, as I say, we always do, but, you know, it's around 3.7 between Leah and, of course, Casper at the moment. Casper, the Dane's trying to catch up to the other Beetle, but, you know, look at how much wear is on them tyres with 43.5 minutes to go. It looks like Panos goes into pit lane then, so that'll give the likes of Chris Wheatley and Gareth Morris a bit of breathing space, and maybe Tom Gunter for that 9th place at the moment. But this is exactly what happens, you know. You've got Tom Bennett on the racing softs. Fair play, not giving in his first race. Gasper Calderon trying to get up to Leah, but, you know, this is what I like about this championship. It seems to be already a hit, you know. He's going to be thereabouts, but, you know, Adam Morgan trying to push on to Daniel Pease's 1.6 now, but you can just see how quick these guys are getting. This is exactly what I love doing Eldar Sim commentary, because, you know, looking at the battles, you know, straight away how things go. But I think what's going to happen is, you know, the ones that are out there at the moment, you know, Darren's still out there. He's got that Beetle. He's got how he wants it. Craig Thomas, same in the Beetle on the mediums though. So it's going to be very difficult. You know, we may see the ones on the mediums go to the softs. It could be thereabouts, but Gareth Morris then still trying to catch up to Craig Thomas, the best mates, trying to put each of them under pressure. Chris Wheatley there, 7.2 from Tom Gunter at the moment. It seems Tom Gunter trying to get that Renault trying thereabouts, but you can just see Tom Bennett trying to catch up to the likes of Panos. He's trying to literally pass on, but you can just see the top two have gone into pit lane, so that's going to allow Daniel Pease to take the race lead. Adam Morgan second, so this could be a very interesting fight. You know, it is going to be thereabouts, but seeing what's going to happen. But this is exactly what's going to happen, because the other ones. So Leah comes out into 6th place on cold tyres though. Got Chris Wheatley behind her. He's going to have to be careful. But this is what I mean. The other ones, the other drivers that are thereabouts are going to be pushing on. Callie comes out in 8th place at the moment. Tom Gunter trying to put him under pressure. This could be a very interesting race, because You know, with what's going on with the pit stops, you know, the likes of Daniel, Adam, and of course Darren, Craig, Gareth, and of course Chris Wheatley, they will have to pit. They will have to pit, but you know, it is thereabouts. Are we going to see some other behold to see exactly how well the racing's going to be? Because we've got 40.5 minutes left in this race. It has actually been very exciting so far. But I'll tell you this, it's down to the skill. But the problem is, it's the fuel you need to be careful of. Because if you're not putting a lot of fuel in, you are going to be struggling like mad. But I'm sure the way things go, it is going to be thereabouts. But looking exactly at certain bits and pieces, Chris Wheatley's still there in 7th at the moment. Callie's he's got a full tank, whereas Leah's got like quite not enough fuel in that tank. Is that something she's trying to plan? But Adam Morgan stays out to get the lead lap. Darren and of course Adam Morgan will stay out, excuse me, for another lap, but that's allowed Craig Thomas and Gareth Morris. But you know, Leah's back up into 5th place. Then this could be something that we never think of in Eldar Sim history. But I tell you, this is very close. Chris Wheatley stays out, Callie back up in 7th, then Tom Gunter 8th, Daniel Pease in pit lane, then Panos Forganis in 10th place, then Tom Bennett in 11th for the moment. It seems to be thereabouts. But I'll tell you this is what is very interesting in this championship. It is going to be thereabouts, but I'll tell you this, we're going to have a battle on our hands, I'm sure we will. But I can't believe how well at the moment, with how, you know, we're not even at halfway stage yet, but it's fantastic to see how well you know, drivers are spread out at the moment. But they're not, because there's a battle now for 3rd place between the two best mates, Gareth Morris and of course Craig Thomas. This is what we want to see. We want to see the two Welsh boys put each other under pressure. Obviously, you know, Craig's got that It Clown livery. It seems to be a bit of a scary looking livery, I must admit. But you know, it's going to be thereabouts. Craig Thomas, however, he's under threat from Gareth Morris. The two best mates, they're probably going to get a toe off each other. Gareth is going to try and make a move into 130. I think about no, because that's not going to happen. It's been proved, but they're going to try and go into Casio Triangle and trying to take each other away from what's going to happen. But in the meantime, Darren Baldwin into pit lane then. So he's going to be thereabouts. But look what's going on. If these two have a battle and take each other out, Leah will get back into the top 2 at the moment. But Gareth Morris gets that move done on Craig Thomas for 2nd place at the moment. This is crazy racing, I'll tell you. But this is exactly how things go with around 37 minutes left. It's really been close this evening so far to see how well people go. And I'll tell you this, is there any shape or form with what's going to happen? Because the two Beatles, Craig Thomas versus Leah at the moment, this could be out there for the taking. It could be very close to see what goes on, but Craig runs a bit wide out of the Degners. That's allowed Leah to get alongside for 3rd place. She knows exactly how to position that race car. She is on course to do very well this evening. Don't want to put the commentator's curse on, but there's a battle brewing for 5th and 6th between Chris Wheatley and Casper Calderon. That is right. Obviously, that is going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen between these two. But I don't think Chris Wheatley's actually pitted yet. It's going to be thereabouts. But I'll tell you this, what is happening tonight with these battles, it has been unreal. Kelly's trying to get past Chris. He's going to try and push the way to go with that Beetle. It seems thereabouts, but is he going to try and get him into 130? Yeah, going out the spoon. He's run down the back straight. Then this could be very close. You can just see Chris Wheatley's fuel light come on. Casper Calderon thinks about taking him to 130. Yeah, but that's not going to happen. It never will happen because of how dangerous it is. But going into Casio Triangle, is that going to be summer, or is Chris Wheatley going to dive into pit lane? We shall see. Yes, he goes into pit lane. That will allow Casper to get a lot back into that 4th place. Gareth Morris, however, is putting Leah under pressure for that 2nd place at the moment. But Gareth will have to push on. The fuel is depleting very slowly. Adam Morgan still in 1st place then. Leah's doing a fabulous job in 2nd place at the moment. This is absolutely unstoppable. Can't believe how well things have gone so far with 35 rather, not 45, 35, just under 35 minutes to go in this race. First race of the championship. It is going to be thereabouts. It is unreal. It is so unreal. But you know, it could be very close. Gareth Morris, however, he's going to push on. Adam Morgan still there in the 1st place then, with Casper Calderon in 2nd at the moment. This could be a very interesting turn of events tonight. You know, Darren's still there in 5th at the moment. Daniel P's in 6th then. Could be a Beetle 1, 2, 3, 4 if we plan it just right. But you know, 34 minutes left of the race. It is unstoppable. It is quite weird because, you know, we only started not long ago, and it seems like the race has only just begun. But you know, it is getting there. Darren's trying to push that John Guest Beetle. No, we thought he was going to go for the Renault this evening, but he's obviously thought, no, I want to go in the Beetle. The majority of the field are going in the Beetle, so I'm going to get the Beetle over and done with. But Gareth Morris goes into pit lane then. I think Adam Morgan stayed out at the moment, so that's going to be very interesting. Darren's trying to push on, so it could be very close to see exactly what happens. Daniel P's still there in 6th, followed by Panos at the moment 7th, and Craig in 8th. Tom Bennett, however, 9th. Chris Wheatley 10th at the moment with that Alpha 4C, and Tom Gunter in 11th on his debut race for Elderson Racing in 11th. Adam Morgan, however, staying out in 1st place at the moment, closely now getting chased by Leah. Leah's going to have to try and push on. She's going to have to try and conserve that fuel as well. That's something we need to look at. But you know, it's around 32.5 minutes left of this race, so anything can happen. She may play her cards right. Casper Calderon's still there in 3rd at the moment. Darren's still in 4th at the moment. He's still trying to push on. He's got Daniel P's trying to literally get up to the back of that John Guest. So the Sonic Beetle versus the John Guest Beetle going into the Degners. This is absolutely fantastic stuff. You know, this is exactly how the racing should be. And I'll tell you this, it has been very close to see what is going to happen, but I'll tell you this, 32 minutes left of the race. It is really crazy stuff. Craig Thomas, however, 7th, with Gareth Morris, his best mate, behind him. They're going to try and push each other all the way, aren't they? So Adam Morgan jumps into pit lane then, with around 31.5 minutes left of this race. Gareth Morris is going to try and push up to Craig. He knows exactly what's going to happen. But I'll tell you this, Tom Bennett in 9th with Chris Wheatley. Chris Wheatley's going to try and get him. You just see the Renault versus the Alpha. This is going to be close. Chris Wheatley's going to try and make a move into 130. Oh my goodness, he's done it before the entry. Wow, this is unstoppable. Tom Bennett, however, drops down to 10th then on his debut. He will be okay. He will learn from that. Tom Gunter, however, in 11th at the moment. But I'll tell you what, Leah with 30 and a half minutes left. This is unstoppable. This is crazy stuff. But 30 and a half minutes to go. Casper Calderon is around 13.6 from Leah at the moment. As I say, it's a Beetle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment. This is crazy. But this is what we want, because Panos has got past Daniel Pease for 4th place at the moment. Excuse me. But this has been a fantastic battle. The racing has been fantastic. So 30 minutes left of this race, then it is going to be very close. But you know, is Daniel going to try and get past Panos for that 4th place? Is he going to try and get it back, or is Adam Morgan going to try and catch up and spoil that symmetry? Who knows exactly what's going to happen? But I'll tell you this has been absolutely top of the world. I'll tell you what, Panos is going to be livid if Daniel gets past him. But don't get me wrong, these two are established racers. They've raced each other before. I'll tell you what, Panos is going to try everything to stop that Sonic the Hedgehog Beetle. Get past him at the moment. It's going to be thereabouts. Is it going to be very close? It's looking like Adam Morgan is trying to catch up to these two as well. This is cool. 29 minutes left on the clock. This is going to be interesting. I can't believe how well this race has gone. But looking at Leah at the moment, she seems to be adapting. Is this what we're yet to see? You know, fair play, Casper Calderon in 2nd place at the moment. Darren's still there in 3rd place at the moment. He's going to be thereabouts. You know, this is really absolutely top draw from everyone tonight. But it is getting tight for 4th place between Panos and of course Daniel and of course Adam Morgan. Adam Morgan is there at 4C. I told you he was going to catch up and spoil that symmetry. This is going to be unreal. Let's get going, boys, and let's see what's going to happen. Let's go. It's going to be a fight for 4th place, but Daniel's trying to defend from Adam Morgan. You can just see that little Alpha 4C out in the middle of nowhere. This is going to be really crazy. I can't, I'm speechless. But, you know, it looks like Daniel's going to try and catch up to Panos, but when he tries to catch up to Panos, that 4C of Adam Morgan, he's trying to catch up. This is absolutely top class racing from everyone. It is absolutely fantastic. It is going to be an absolute nail biter. Daniel's trying to make a move on 130, yeah. Oh my goodness, Panos is getting a bit loose out of 130. Is Adam Morgan going to do a 7-10 split into Casio Triangle? I don't think so. It's gaining very quickly. Daniel's got in front now of Panos. Oh my goodness. With around 27 minutes left. What have we seen here tonight, ladies and gents? What have we seen? Oh! Daniel and Panos, they nearly took each other out. Adam Morgan's got that 4C dialed where he wants it. He wants that 4th place. He wants to get back up towards the top 3. 26 minutes and a half racing then. This has actually been very close. Excuse me. But you can just see Adam Morgan, however, he's trying to push on. He's got past Panos into Dunlop, has he? Yes, he has. Oh, thought it's going to end up like a Super GT crash in real life then, but it's not. Daniel's going to have to defend like mad from Adam Morgan now. He is going to have to defend like mad. We'll see what's happening further back in a moment or two, but I'll tell you what, the battle for 4th, 5th, 6th and now 7th, because Craig Thomas has latched up to the back of Panos. This is unstoppable. This is going to be seriously going to ruin my voice, I think. But you can just see Adam Morgan trying to get up to Daniel Pease with 25.5 minutes left. This has absolutely been top class racing. I can't believe how well this championship has just from the start to now, it's impressed me. I'll tell you what, this is going to be even more impressive if Adam Morgan tries to make a nice move into Casio Triangle on Daniel Pease. Is he going to try and do it? No, he's not this time round. He doesn't want to be making mistakes into Casio Triangle, but this is crazy. Just under 25 minutes to go in the opening race then. Oh, Gareth Morris has even caught these guys up as well. Oh my goodness. We could have a 4-car scrap. Panos and Craig taking mirrors off each other. But this is absolutely fantastic and sensational. Oh my goodness. You know, Darren's still there in third at the moment. Casper in second. Leah, however, oh, the fuel lights on. 15.4. She'll probably just top up that tank. Daniel Pease, he's got to be careful because Adam Morgan's coming into Degner 1 then. Into Degner 2 we go now. 24 minutes left. This is getting tense. This is getting exciting. But what is going on behind? Craig's got past Panos. Gareth Morris is also there. Yeah, oh my goodness. This is crazy. This could really be fantastic. You know, I don't know what to say, but it is absolutely on the money racing tonight. It is what I've been expecting. 23.5 minutes to go. Are we gonna get something out of this? Casper gets into the race lead. What? Oh my. Excuse me, I do apologise for that. Adam Morgan into 4th, then takes Daniel Pease to the cleaners out of 130. Oh, Leah's in pit lane. Oh, she's going to be devastated, but I tell you what, fair play to her. Fair play to her. She has not put her foot wrong tonight. She's actually come back out in 3rd place. Oh my goodness, she's come out in 3rd place with Adam Morgan chasing them down. Oh, I thought there was going to be a bit of contact between the pair of them as she came out of pit lane there, but Adam Morgan's 3rd then. She's in 4th at the moment with Daniel Pease trying to chase down the Portuguese driver in the Sonic the Hedgehog Beetle. Oh my goodness, this has been unreal. I'll tell you what, the racing has been fantastic. It's been absolutely phenomenal. It's been out of this world. Darren in 2nd then. He's got to pit though. He's got that fuel light on. Adam Morgan still down 3rd. Leah in 4th though. Pulling a bit of a gap from Daniel Pease, I must admit. Could be thereabouts, but you know, it's been phenomenal. It's been unstoppable. Excuse me. Craig Thomas, however, putting Daniel Pease under pressure then. So the Portuguese driver versus the Welsh driver. It seems to be a very interesting race with 21.5 minutes to go. I don't understand how this couldn't have been horrible. You know, it's been an absolute class night of racing. Craig's going to try and take him at 130. Oh, is he going to do it? No, he's not, because he knows it can't be. They know it can't be worked. But I tell you what, Daniel's going to try and... Oh, has he got a bit of an issue there? Darren's gone into pit lane then, so topping up that fuel tank on that Beetle, that's allowed Leah to get back onto the podium. This is crazy though, this is crazy racing. 20 minutes and 43 seconds left of the opening round of the championship. This is absolutely top class. Craig's there in 4th, Daniel in 5th, Gareth Morris in 6th, then Chris Wheatley 7th, Darren in pit lane. Same with Panos. They've obviously decided, right, fuel needs to go in. Tom Gunter 10th, Tom Bennett in 11th at the moment. Casper Calderon still leading. Oh, he's had a bit of a slide out the hairpin. But I'll tell you what, the battle with 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes to go. This is going to be crazy. Leah's still there in 3rd at the moment with Adam Morgan in 2nd. At the moment, this is going to be unstoppable. This is absolutely unstoppable. But we'll see how well things go. For the time being, but I'll tell you what, 19.5 minutes, this is going to be a very tense 19.5 minutes. It is going to be thereabouts. But are we going to see something we may see? Casper Calderon still there in 1st place. Adam Morgan 2nd, Leah in 3rd, then she's doing a fabulous job. Craig Thomas in 4th at the moment. Daniel in 5th then, with Gareth Morris trying to catch him up. 19 minutes is all that's left. It's going to get very tense. So Craig and Daniel jump into pit lane. Is that a strategy? Oh, they're both nearly run out of fuel. Chris Wheatley there in 5th place then. Darren's still thereabouts going through Casio Triangle for the 20th time, and this is actually been really great. I've been loving this. You know, Panos in 9th then, Tom Gunter in 10th then, followed by Tom Bennett in 11th. But Casper Calderon, oh, it's going to be a slide out of the Deckners. He's going to be, he's thereabouts, but he's probably going to have to pit this time round, and Adam Morgan will be back into the race lead. But this has really been absolutely fantastic. Excuse me. I do apologise if my voice seems very croaky now, but the amount of action I've seen tonight, it's been absolutely unreal. It's been thereabouts, but I'll tell you this, it is there. It is going to be money for the taking. I'll tell you this, 17.5 minutes to go. What is going to happen in the 17.5 minutes? Is Casper going to be able to get out and retake the race lead, or is he going to suffer with the amount of times it takes to fuel the car? Adam Morgan going through 130R at the moment. Is he going to take the race lead? Leah's going to push. Is she going to push him all the way? 17 minutes left then. Gareth Morris is also there. Chris Wheatley in 5th. Craig and Darren are currently having a bit of a battle, so that's quite nice. Craig's going to try and take him before 130R. This is unstoppable. This is going to be hard in about moment. Is he going to do it? Oh, fair play, fair play. Darren's going to try and get him at Casio Triangle this time round though. Chris Wheatley also in pit lane. Well, Casper Calderon gets back out in 3rd. Gareth Morris also in pit lane, so that's going to be very close to see why they've gone into pit lane. Panos Forganis though, yes, there's a couple of cars. Chris Wheatley still in pit lane then, but Darren's tried. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. 16 minutes left. Gareth Morris and Craig are there, but Gareth is on cold tyres. And a bit of fuel in that car. Bit of fuel in that 4C, that 4C. It could be very close. But the Beatles are on. Oh, this could be very interesting. Ringo, George. Oh God, I'm naming the Beatles in real life. But no, I mean the Volkswagen Beetle, of course. But excuse me. But 15.5 minutes left. You know, Craig can try and catch up to Gareth with Darren breathing down his neck. Seems there's a lot of interest. You know, the paddock. The rumours in the paddock were very interesting to start with at the evening. The spectators here at Suzuka tonight are really enjoying it. I'll tell you this is absolutely crazy stuff. I'm going to be absolutely ecstatic if this battle between these three remains to be seen. But Adam Morgan jumps into pit lane, which could be a very interesting manoeuvre, which gives Leah back the race lead. This is unreal. I'm speechless. I am gobsmacked. But this is absolutely fantastic. 14.5 minutes left. This is exactly why I love commentating. Adam Morgan comes out of pit lane and he's actually come back out in third place. So that's pushed them there. Gareth Morris still in fourth. Craig Thomas still in fifth. Darren in 6th then, Panos in 6th, Daniel Pease 8th, Chris Wheatley 9th, Tom Gunter 10th and Tom Bennett in 11th at the moment. But this is allowing Leah to get away. She is absolutely on the limit in that Beetle. Fastest lap, pole position, leading the race at the moment. What more do you want? What more do you want on your debut? I'll tell you what, Casper Calderon in 2nd, Adam Morgan 3rd at the moment, Gareth Morris there in 4th, Craig and Darren are still trying to have that battle. 13.5 minutes going into Degner 2. Oh my goodness, this is getting so tense. I am so absolutely unstoppable. This is exactly how we like it. But Craig's catching up to Gareth, you can just see. Excuse me. But Craig is not going to be the one to take this lightly. He is going to want to try and push on for that 4th place with 13 minutes left. This race has just been incredible. Darren's still there in 6th, followed by Panos in 7th, followed by Daniel in 8th, followed by Chris Wheatley 9th, Tom Gunter in 10th and Tom Bennett in 11th. We'll just give him a bit of an airtime for a couple of minutes or two. But looking at this, Leah on her debut with 12.5 minutes left. She may do it. She may get a first win for a female in Eldar Sim history. Casper Calderon, however, in 2nd place. Adam Morgan in 3rd then. Gareth Morris still under threat from Craig Thomas slightly. 6 point... No, it's not. It's 0.4 of a second. This is crazy stuff from these people. This is absolutely unreal. But this is what I like about this racing. It is... excuse me. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. 11.5 minutes left. Oh, Gareth has got away from Craig at the moment. He's got purple in that sector, so he could be on for a fast lap. But it's thereabouts. But you know, it's unreal. As I say, Daniel in 8th, then followed by Chris Wheatley going into the hairpin for the 24th time. Tom Gunter in 10th then. Tom Bennett in 11th, but Leah going through Casio Triangle. She's doing very well with 11 minutes to go. This could be a very close. How is this possible? But I'd say this now, Leah is going to be pushing on quite a bit. She's around 10.6 from Casper Calderon at the moment. Adam Morgan still third. Gareth Morris though going through Casio Triangle. Darren's got Craig for company though. Has he got past Craig though? Is that what happened? I think he had got past Craig, you know, because Craig's dropped back to 6th at the moment. They're still having that battle though. Gareth Morris gets the fastest lap now with a 1:58.869 with 10 minutes left. Oh, this is going to be a very tense 10 minutes. Oh, this has been fantastic stuff from start to finish. So far, so good for the new season and a new championship of Eldar Sim history. I tell you what, I'm going to give a shout out here just why things are going on, but obviously, you know, Nick Sargent, aka the Hammer Games, who's the founder of Eldar Sim Racing, but his wife Kim suggested this championship, and if you're watching the stream, Kim, what a fantastic idea. This has been absolutely top class. I've really enjoyed commentating on the first round this evening. It has been unreal. I don't know if I would out of racing this championship, just to put that out there. I would struggle to think what cars are using at the order, but I tell you what, you have picked some pure class entertainment for this season. It is absolutely wonderful. Just to put that out there with around 8 minutes and 47 minutes left. Craig's trying to catch up to Darren. We know this is going to be with 8.5 minutes to go with Casio Triangle coming up. Is Craig going to try and get that move done on that Beetle? It's going to be a bit of a nail biter, isn't it? But I'll tell you what, Craig's going to try and push on quite a bit. Fair play. It is going to be thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, I think Leah is struggling a bit now. She's around 8.1 seconds from Casper Calderon. Is she just playing it cool? Is she just trying to think, right, let's get going, 8 minutes left, it's going to be close, 8 minutes. This is absolutely why I've enjoyed tonight. You know, a lot has changed. You know, it's going to be interesting to see what cars they pick for next week. We may even get a new winner next week, but I'll tell you what, at the moment, it's been class. It's been absolutely top draw. 7.5 minutes left. Craig's catching up to Darren, going up towards the hairpin. This is absolutely fantastic. This is absolutely one amazing championship. It will go far. It will be a very favourite and fan likeable series. I tell you what, the spectators at the moment, they're loving this racing. 7 minutes left. Craig's getting ever closer now to Darren now, breaking into Spoon Curve. Excuse me. Darren's got that John Guest Beetle sideways. It's going to be thereabouts though. Is it going to be what I think it's going to be? But I'll tell you this, Darren's going to have to try and push away from Craig. Craig's almost trying to push that John Guest Beetle away from him, but Darren is absolutely on the money. Panos in 7th, Daniel in 8th, followed by Chris Wheatley in 9th, followed by Tom Gunter 10th, Tom Bennett in 11th. But I'll tell you what, Leah is doing a fabulous job in her debut. 12.3 seconds from Adam Morgan. Oh, Adam Morgan's catched up to Casper Calderon. Wow. 6 minutes left in this opening race of the championship. Adam Morgan, what a stellar drive. Has Casper got an issue that we don't know about, or is he just playing it safe? Oh my goodness. This championship, as I've just said, it is absolutely unreal. Oh, I'm speechless. Darren just trying to push away from Craig. Where is Craig? Has Craig had a penalty? Yes, he has. Because he's dropped her back a bit. So he's now got Panos trying to gain onto the back of him. Oh, he's got a bit sideways out of the hairpin. Is he going to try and get it 5? Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's hit the barrier. Oh, no. Has he pushed too hard? 5 minutes left of this race. Oh, this is absolutely unstoppable. This is exactly what is going to happen. But I tell you this, fair play to Leah on her debut. 10.5 seconds from Adam Morgan at the moment. This is absolutely cool as anything. I can't believe how well she's raced tonight. That is absolutely top quality. 4.5 minutes to go. Adam Morgan still in second. It's not Two-Car Star, of course, it's the Welsh superstar of Adam Morgan. That is right. He's got Casper Calderon 1.9 seconds behind him. Gareth Morris in 4th at the moment then. Darren in 5th place then. Seems to be comfortable at the moment with 4 minutes left. This has actually been absolutely top class from everyone tonight. There's not really much incidences. I'll tell you what, it has been. Probably because it's a new championship. Greg Thomas still there in 7th. Daniel Pease in 8th then, with Chris Wheatley trying to breathe down their necks, but he's not going to be able to do it at the moment. Tom Gunter in 10th then, with Tom Bennett in 11th. But I'll tell you what, fair play, these two haven't given up. 3.5 minutes left, and I'll tell you what, Leah is going to be delighted. She will be pushing that Beetle to its limits. Adam Morgan in second at the moment. 8.4, the gap's coming down. Have we got a showdown on our hands? It could be very close, but we could be going on to the final lap any moment. I'll tell you what, it is going to be thereabouts, but it is very close to see exactly what is going to be thereabouts. 3 minutes left, but I'll tell you this is going to be very close. Leah's going to go through the last corner into Casio Triangle. She'll go across the line. This could be the final lap. Adam Morgan second, Casper Calderon in third, Gareth Morris rather in 4th, Darren in 5th at the moment. 2.5 minutes left. Panos 6th, Craig in 7th. Daniel now trying to catch up to him. The Sonic Beetle versus the Pennywise Beetle. That could be excuse me, that could be very interesting with 2 minutes to go. Chris Wheatley in 9th, Tom Gunter 10th, and Tom Bennett in 11th for the moment. But tell you what, Leah with 2 minutes to go, she could be on course to get a first victory and the first woman to take a victory in Eldar Sim history. This is what we like to see. Adam Morgan, however, in 2nd place at the moment. Casper Calderon still 3rd. So Craig and Daniel, they're going to have a bit of a battle. 1.5 minutes to go, just. But I'll tell you what, it may be just a smidge. We may excuse me, we may get one more lap out of this, depending on how things go. But I tell you what, Fair play to Leah. She has not put a foot wrong tonight. Started on pole position. I'll tell you what, fair play. Fair play with a minute or 59 seconds to go. This could be the penultimate lap going on to the final lap. I do apologise, my voice is getting ruined. But I tell you what, this is why I love commentary. Because the racing has been unstoppable. 42 seconds left. Going on to the final lap then. You know, it could be very close between some of the drivers. 30 seconds left. So we will be going on to the final lap, ladies and gents. This will be very close. I tell you what, the likes of Tom Gunter and of course Tom Bennett, they are going to be kicking themselves, but they will improve. But I tell you what, fair play, they've not given up tonight to literally get thereabouts. I tell you what, fair play to Leah. With this lap to go, she's not put a foot wrong. So she is on the final lap. Casper and Adam Morgan, they'll be thinking, this, you know, what have we got to do? But fair play to them both. Gareth Morris and of course Darren Baldwin versus Panos. Most of the cars now are slowly running out of fuel. Craig and of course Daniel Pease, they're still having that close proximity battle, 1.1 seconds. Chris Wheatley still there, Tom Gunter and of course Tom Bennett. Oh my goodness, Tom Gunter, as he ran out of fuel, he's run out of fuel, so he's had to concede 10th place to Tom Bennett. Oh my goodness. But I tell you what, this is absolutely gonna be Eldar Sim history. This is what I've enjoyed tonight. This is gonna be unstoppable. Leah will be the first female in Eldar Sim history going out on the Casio Triangle for the last time then. She will be the first woman in Eldar Sim history to take a race win. Flashes the lights with delight. I'll tell you what, fair play. Adam Morgan in second, Casper Calderon in third, Gareth Morris fourth. Darren Baldwin will take 5th place then. I'll tell you what, it will be unreal. So Darren in 5th then, Panos in 6th, Craig Thomas in 7th, Daniel Pease in 8th, Chris Wheatley in 9th then, and Tom Bennett 11th and Tom Gunter 11th. But what a fantastic night of racing. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what, fair play to Leah for taking a pole position and her first victory of what could be first of many. I'll tell you what, absolutely top class. I do apologise, my voice is getting ruined week in, week out by amazing commentary. I'll tell you what, Leah takes her first victory, followed by Adam Morgan, followed by Casper Calderon, followed by Gareth Morris, and of course Darren Baldwin, followed by Panos Forganis, Craig Thomas 7th, Daniel Pease 8th, Chris Wheatley 9th, Tom Bennett in 10th, followed by Tom Gunter in 11th. Gareth Morris unfortunately steals the fastest lap from Leah, but fair play, 158.869 on lap 24, but fair play. I tell you what, my voice is gone, but that was absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see how well this season is going to unfold. It is going to be absolutely top draw. I cannot wait to see what happens. Until next week when we are at Tokyo, it is going to be close as you like. I'll tell you what, it is going to be absolutely top class. I can't wait to see what cars people are going to run next week. Until next week, guys, well, actually, you guys will see me on Friday for WTSC, when that season is going to be absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see what is going to happen. But WSTC is going to be great as well. But until then, guys, I've been Hoppers for Eldar Sim Racing. Take care and good night. Ta-ra.